Rich rising, y'all. Oh, look, I forgot to put my lipstick on because I got a piece of lipstick, a piece of y'all will be all right. We're gonna put this lipstick on and get it done this morning. But let's start by celebrating our fathers today. Daddy's here, honey. Daddy's here. Let's celebrate you fathers today. Well, I get my lips right that I forgot.
Thank you, Lord, for the gift you gave. A gentle hand, so strong and brave. Through sleepless nights and working days, you showed me love in quiet ways. Not seeking praise, you stood so tall. You gave your life to give your all. A father like you, Lord, how could I ask for more? You carried our burdens, though your back was sore. With every small kindness in all you'd been through. Thank you, dear God, for a father like you. You taught me faith without a word. By how you lived, your voice was heard. You gave without asking, you prayed through the pain, trusting your grace again and again. Your joy was seeing us rise. You held our tears, wiped our cries. A father like you, Lord, how could I ask for more? You carried our burdens, though your back was sore. With every small kindness in all you'd been through. Thank you, dear God, for a father like you. Someday I hope my life will show the love you gave, the seeds you sowed. And if I'm strong, it's thanks to you, a mirror of your love within. A father like you, Lord, a gift from above. A heart full of patience, a life full of love. No crown, no riches, but faithful and true. Thank you, dear God, for a father like you. Yes, thank you, dear God, for a father like you.
Ooh. Rich rising, y'all. Want to say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there in the world. I'ma say it. I'ma say what a lot of people don't say. Fathers, you are needed. You are needed. There's going to be a lot of women today who are going to be wishing themselves happy Father's Day today. I want to let every woman who's wishing themselves happy Father's Day today, I need you to take that and put it back where it belongs. You might have made bad decisions. You chose this person. This energy was chosen. And so you don't get to take away what it is that he's put in. You don't get to take away what he's given to be able to bring that child into the world. And so for all the women today who are wishing themselves happy Father's Day, I need you to tell you, stop it. I need to tell you, stop it. You might have been a poor decision maker, but that man still counts. Because that child is still here. And so taking away from him because he's not doing whatever you think he's supposed to do. Whatever you think he's supposed to do. I want you to know, take that off of his back today. A lot of what is happening with fathers right now is because of the ideas that we have put out about them. Mother's Day is a big deal. Mothers get celebrated like a mother. They stop the world for Mother's Day. Fathers, though, get a big shitty stick. They do. They don't get honored like mothers. They don't get thrown parades and parties, and the world doesn't stop for fathers. Which is unfortunate because what we have done is we have made them we made them not so important. But the scripture says, listen to your father who gave you life. See, the thing is what we forget as humans, and what a lot of women forget, is that we might carry the egg. We might carry the egg. It's just like you'll see an acorn or a mustard seed, or we carry that. But something has to bring that thing alive. Something got to fertilize it, honey. Something got to fertilize it, and that's where our kings come in. That's where our fellas come in. We work as a one unit. Without each other, there is no thing. No human could be created without a father. No human being could be created without a mother. There's an impossibility in that. I know we've come up with some shit. I know we play around with cloning and this and that. I know on this planet we do some things on this planet that might defy the odds. But I want you to know that it was just meant to be mother and father. And fathers need to be honored. Listen to your father who gave you life. And do not despise your mother when she is old. Don't despise her when she can't do for you no more. But make sure that you listen to your father who gave you life. Because remember, women have our eggs. We have our eggs from the time that we are born. Our eggs are in there. We already stacked, packed, and barreled when we come in. But without that father who gives that thing life, nobody can say that they are here without the father. No, and then when I look at it, and I mean, let's be real now. We've done to fathers, the earthly father, what we've done to God. We started to question. We started to question his strength. We started to question his power. We started to say, oh, fuck, we don't even need him. We started to, I mean, let's be real here. We started to weaponize the father. We started to take him and turning him into things that he wasn't. And we don't understand that what we have done with the fleshly father is what we've done with our divine father. And men, you guys are just reflecting. You guys are just reflecting that energy, that pain, that you guys are just reflecting it. But today, I want you to know that you are important. I want fathers to know that they're important, no matter what it is that you guys have been thrown in. You guys have been thrown in as dogs. Imagine men have just been thrown in as virtual dogs. Do you understand where the struggle of fatherhood has now led itself to? Because here's the thing. If we look at the dog kingdom, if we look at the kingdom of dogs, what happens? That dog comes and rocks the back of that bitch. And when he comes and rocks her back, he seeds out his water, honey. And you end up with some pups. Now the thing with that is that the dog is taken away and the bitch is left with her pups. The dog is taken away and the bitch is left with her pups. And then when she gets the pups all nice and full and fat and get them nice and ripe and ready to go, somebody comes and take those pups and gets rid of them, and the cycle continues. And unfortunately, because we place men in the place of dogs, we're dealing with the cycle of what dogs deal with. And so, unfortunately, yes, when we started putting our men as dogs and we stopped putting them as life bringers, as guides, as helps, as supporters, because men are still doing those things. Fathers are still doing those things. And and here's the thing, fellas, I get your plight because there's a lot of women that made bad decisions, and because they made bad decisions, or they can't keep hold of you, or they can't manipulate you, or they can't trick you, or they can't scheme you, your children are now part of this ploy. Your children are now part of something that no longer serves the highest good. This is why our children are suffering today. And so I want you guys to know, and I want you guys in this day, right now, men, fathers, I want you to know that you are valuable. I want you to know that you are valuable. And once we start taking off all of that negative stuff, do you know? When I started looking at some of these stats of fathers who want to be in their kids' lives, not anything else but the want. Do you know that the higher percentage of men want to be in their children's lives? Yes, we have those fathers that are out there and they ain't shit. There's some fathers out there that just ain't shit. But there's something that created that. There's something that created that hell within that man, that created that energy. And we stopped listening to the father. We stopped listening to the father. We stopped. Buy the truth and do not sell it. Buy the truth and do not sell it. Wisdom, instruction, and insight. The father is a righteous child. No, the father of a righteous child has great joy. And so many fathers are being tossed. So many fathers are being disregarded right now. And the father of a righteous child has great joy. What about that kid who's crying for his dad? Who wants that father? Why are you robbing that child? Let that child learn. I remember with my daughter's father, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was terrified of that man at one point. I was terrified of him. And I thought, how? How can I still let him be a father, even though I was terrified? How do I let him be a father to his child? Because at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed it. I can tell you, it was January 15, 2004. I got that good, hey, talk to me nice. I remember the day, honey. I do. I remember the fucking day. And he had been through a lot in his life already. I had been through a lot in my life already. So, two very volatile people had a child. Was he in his brokenness? Yeah, he was. Was I in my brokenness? Yes, the fuck I was. We were both in our brokenness. And we had this beautiful, amazing gift of a child. And the one thing that I always made sure and I promised myself, no matter what, I will not make the decision on who your father is supposed to be in your life. We went through abuse. We went through all kinds of stuff, me and this man. We went through some shit. But the one thing I never stopped him doing was being a father. You go ahead. You might fuck this up. There's times when my kid called me like, yo, the fuck, man? There was times when my kid called me, was like, You know how many times I almost went to that man's house and did him something wicked? You know how many times I almost showed up at his ass like, he did what? You ain't gonna play with my baby. But you know what I realized in all of that? Anytime I went to attack my daughter's father, anytime I went to rip him apart or destroy him, my daughter said, Mommy, that's still my father. And despite what you and him might have, that's still my father. And if I hate him, if I grow to hate him, if I grow to have disgust for him, that's my father. It's mine. And you don't get to dictate that relationship. Let me build this relationship with my father. She said, I need to get to know my father the way I know you. And this is where a lot of women get it fucked up. Your kids need to know their fathers the way they know you. And guess what she told me? She said, I want to get to know my father the way I know you. Good, you're bad, and you're ugly. I want to get to know everything about my father, the brokenness in him. I want to get to know him because I know you. And I mean, ladies, let's be real here. Just because we raising these kids don't mean that we're fucking doing it so great, because look at society. And I'm going to say what I say because I'm saying what I'm saying. We as moms, we have this whole world pilgrimage towards us. But that don't mean that we're doing these kids so fucking great either. Just because you are mom does not mean that you are fulfilling the role the way you're supposed to. I see some mothers that are mean and cruel to their fucking children. Cruel. Because you pushed it out. So you have this carte blanche. You have this extra control. But I want you to know, let those children know their father. That's like the kid whose father was the grandmaster in the KKK. This is one of my favorite fucking stories that I ever heard about a father and his guidance. This man raised his son, grandmaster in the KKK, told him there's no black people in heaven. There's no other races but white people in heaven, first of all. Chinese, Indian, black, all of that, nah, none of them is in heaven. Okay? They are cursed. That young man died. He had a near-death experience. And when he awoke in the other realm, man, there was black folk, Chinese folk. There was everybody his father said was not going to be there, especially black folk. He was short, 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 short. You wasn't going to see no kind of melanation in this realm. And then and here's how God works. God is a funny God like that. He said when the deity showed up to him, the deity was black like night. To I'm going to break every one of your barriers. I'm going to break every one of your ideas. And when that boy was reborn, he said, I stopped talking to my father because he had spent so much time pumping lies into me that I didn't know the truth. And I needed to know the truth. And so what I ended up doing, I gave my daughter the opportunity. You want to know your father? Okay. Remember, he may not be that easy. He might have a temper that you're not going to be able to accept because he still got work to do, baby. He still has work to do. And I'm telling you that he still got work to do. Just like your mother, still has work to do. We still have work to do as your parents. So I don't want you thinking that you're going to go and it's just going to be a vacation. I want you to know he has healing that he has to do. Just the same way I got healing. Because when my daughter came along, I realized my temper needed to get into check. I had to check my temper. Otherwise, my daughter would have been a fucking abused kid. My daughter would be an abused child. And not because of no daddy, neither. It would have been because of me. And when I went to go let my daughter live with her father, I'm not going to lie to you, y'all. It took me a long time to not feel like a failure. I felt like a failure as a mother letting my daughter go live with her father. Ain't that some shit? And I give y'all the truth because I want y'all to understand that we, even as women, because motherhood has been put in such a big bracket, that when we don't have that validation of being mothers, when we don't have that validation of being mothers, so imagine how the fathers feel. Rachel, I pray your anniversary was beautiful yesterday, girl. Y'all better have made some good love and made me another baby. I'm just playing. I'm just saying. I want another baby out this anniversary. Oh, Lord of mercy. All right, Rachel, I'm going to stay out your house. I'm going to stay out your house. I'm going to stay out your house. But, you know, I grew up not knowing my dad. This is why, you know, as I'm an advocate for fathers. I'm a real advocate for fathers because I grew up without my dad. My sister still doesn't know who her father is. We still don't know who he is today, right now. I have no clue. We have ideas, we have feelings, still not a fucking clue. We have no idea. Powerpuff. I was wondering if you abandoned me, but we ain't gonna talk about your abandonment over the last couple of weeks. I ain't even get a text saying hello. I'm sending you chickens and all that. Good morning. I ain't get no love back. I just want to just call your little ass out right now. Okay? And your daddy says hi, by the way. Your daddy says hello. Hi, princess. That was a long time ago. That was too long ago. I don't want to hear it. So when I met my dad, I met my dad when I was 14. And how I came into this life was a little messy. I'm not gonna lie. It was two best friends, and you know, he slept with both of them, and here I came. Here I came. He ended up marrying the other friend and having 2 kids with her. Okay? That's how the fuck I came into this world. I came into this world with some slinging dick and some throwing coochies. That's what I came into the world with. Okay? So, guess what? How you got here? Don't fucking matter. I got here on some cheat. People was cheating and I got conceived. All right, so here I am, the cheat baby. And my father denied me for 14 years. My father denied me for 14 years. Because the woman, I came out looking just like him, first of all. Like, I look like my daddy I look like my dad. He couldn't fucking deny me even if he wanted to. I look spit image of that Negro. And she's like, that fucking little girl looked just like you. She looked just like you. She looked just like you. And they fought. They fought for 14 years about me. They literally fought for 14 years about me. And then one day, he just couldn't take it no more. And he's like, yes, she's my fucking child. Yes, that's my fucking child. Yes, she's my fucking child. And that woman went on a mission. She really did. She went on a mission. And within a couple of months, I was meeting my father. She was like, you never had to deny that child. I'm telling y'all the circumstances of how dads can be put in fucked up positions. For me, I was the kid that was sexually abused. I was being beaten. I was being fucking treated like all kinds of stuff. Yes, my mother loved me. I'm not going to act like my mother didn't love me, but my mother was going through shit. And as my mother was going through shit, I was going through shit. Me and my sisters had to go through shit because my mother was going through shit. She died at 32 years old. Do you know what kind of fucking pain you have to be holding in your spirit to die at 32 years old and leave 4 daughters behind? She left 4 girls behind. And my aunt raised us with her 4 children. So she had 4 children, and then she incorporated us. Imagine what a load she took on. And I thank you so much for taking on that load. And I'm telling you, she was 8 years old when she died. I was 8. And she left a 10-month-old baby behind. No, she wasn't even 10 months. What am I talking about? She was only fucking 3 months old. 3-4 months old. That's how old my sister was when she died. All she ever knew was her father. She never knew her mother. She only knew her father. And when I tell you, one of the hardest things for me was that when I met my father at 14, God, I saw what I looked like. I understood myself. I understood so much about myself. It was crazy. My oldest sister was the one that my mother married. She married her father. He was violently killed. She was pregnant at the time. So the father of my oldest sister and my brother who passed away, they killed him. Then my other sister's father, we don't have a fucking clue who he is. Through the devastation of losing one, she didn't even give a fuck. Then my father came along. And he fucked up because he was sleeping with her best friend. Had babies with this woman. Then my sister's father, my youngest sister's father, my mother dies and leaves him a fucking 3-month-old. And then we took that child away from him. Straight up, the family took the kid away from him. Gave it to my aunt, who ended up passing a year later. Like, fathers go through a lot. I'm telling you, fathers go through a lot. And when I met my father, I was so angry at him. I'd already went through sexual abuse. I'd already went through mental abuse. I'd already went through so much broken shit that by the time I met this man, all I wanted was give me some fucking money. Fuck you, pay me for all the pain that I suffered. Fuck you, pay me. I didn't care about him. I hated him because I was angry at him. I loved him. Oh, I loved him so much because the fantasy, all I did was spend all my time wishing and dreaming about my dad. I just wished and dreamed about this safety net, this thing. That's what I'm telling you, no matter how fucked up the dad is, as, unless that father is like a masochist and you know that father is going to be a detriment to that child, you got to let that child know that father. And let the child make its decision on who they believe that person is. Because when I finally got a chance to love my father, I was 19 years old and I fell in love with him. After 5 years of saying, fuck you, pay me, I ain't gonna lie, fuck you, pay me. I only cared about what you could do for me. When I would see him, I just saw this person that abandoned me. I was so angry at him. I was so pissed off. And I tell you guys, any of you guys that are pissed off with your father right now, put that hate down. Oh yeah, he fucking paid. He used to send me Western Union all the time. I know the Western Union phone number better than I know my own. 1-800-235-0000. I called that number more than I called his. What the fuck are you talking about? I knew Western Union, honey. That Western Union number was shit was on speed dial in my brain. I used to check once a week. And then sometimes I would go to pick up money and find out he sent my other sister money. I used to be fucking offended. Like, why so you sent that bitch money and you ain't sent me no money? Yeah. Oh, I treated my father like a fuck boy for a few years. And I could admit that. I could say that in my own bitterness. Not that anybody made me bitter towards him. My own circumstances made me bitter towards him. My own circumstances. Because after my mom passed away, right? My aunt took us on, right? That's who I call my mother, because that's my mama. That's my mama. She tattooed right here. That's my mama. When my mama took us on and started to raise us, my mother also, she knew him too. Remember, they were all cool. He was around. She loved him. She was the one that told me about my father. She told me he likes cards and he was a very well dresser. And she always reminded me of how much I look. She was like, you look so much like your father. He is a good man, you know. It's just that he did stupidness. It was them and they was doing things and you know what I'm saying? Big people shit. And big people shit got thrown on this kid. Big people stuff got thrown on this child. Straight up. So it's not that he didn't love you. She was like, yo, he used to come by the house. She told me straight up, I used to sneak and let your father see you. Because my mother left a scar on my father's nose right here. She left a chop on his face right here. She chopped him twice. She give him 2 chop. Don't come back here and see my fucking child. Leave my fucking child. Go with your fucking woman. Go with your woman and go be with fucking Sheba. Don't come back by my child. My mother slashed my father 2 times. Give him 2 big chop on his fucking face. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And if it wasn't for my mama letting me know that he did come and check for me, that he did love me, that he did see me, that he wanted me. If she never told me those things, the hate that I would have had for that man would have been more intense. But in the end, My father died trying to help me. The day my father died, he was on his way to me. He was on his way to right wrongs that he made in his life and not making sure that I was secure. And he was securing me. He went to go work so that he could have enough money to buy me my car, put me in an apartment, to get my paperwork done, pay for school. He died that morning. Yes, he did. On his way back to sign the papers, that would have ultimately changed a major part of my life. And that was the Monday. He died that morning coming to me. The Thursday was the first time my father came to my house. And I cooked for him. I made a meal for my dad. And he was so proud eating my food. He was so proud. He's like, oh God, baby, you could cook it? He's like, my daughter could real cook nice. You have a nice hand. Yeah, boy. And we hugged and we kissed and we loved. And for the first time, I call him dad. That's why I don't want you guys robbing yourselves because you're angry. Don't rob yourselves because you're angry, because you're robbing yourself for nothing. You robbing yourself in your anger. You are robbing yourself, y'all. I'm telling you, if you're angry at your father today, put it down. Because you guys don't understand that a father's love is real. Fathers do love their children. And I know for anyone who may have went through an abandonment and all of these things, I understand. But I'm telling you right now, if you just really go and look at their circumstances, I'm not asking you to forgive them. Because I don't tell kids to forgive parents no more. I stopped doing that shit. I stopped telling kids to go and forgive their parents. What I tell you is to go and learn their circumstances. Learn their circumstances, not to forgive them, but to just understand. To understand why they may have made some of the decisions that they made. And you might still say, that wasn't right. They shouldn't have done this or they shouldn't have done that. You still have that right. But until you take the opportunity, don't shut them down. Don't push them away. Because you'll find out that a lot of those men were hurting more than you can ever imagine. And the reason why you long for them so badly, and the reason why you wanted them so badly, is because they wanted you just as bad. Because when my father hugged and kissed me that day, I literally felt every day that he missed me. I felt every single day fill up in my spirit. And I'm grateful God gave me that. A lot of you guys don't have that and has robbed yourselves of the opportunity of that because of whatever it is. But I'm telling you right now, if you look at their circumstance, especially fathers, because fathers really go through it, and we don't understand that it's not just a father that's going through it, it's men. We forget that men are going through a level of suffering and misunderstanding because we treat them as if they have no feelings. We really treat men as if they don't feel. So when you're holding that kid back from that father, I want you to know you are fucking destroying that man. You are destroying that man. So anybody that comes into contact with him after, they're dealing with something so broken. They're dealing with something so, oh man. Give the child the opportunity to know their father. I wish my mother would have given me the opportunity to know my father. My mother's the one that kept my father from me. It wasn't that my father didn't want to be in my life. None of us. None of us. All of our fathers wanted to be in our life. All of us. My mother made decisions. My mother made decisions. And guess what? We are paying for them as her children. We are paying for them as her kids. And so when we make decisions, moms, to just X out the father because, well, fuck it, whatever. He was just a sperm donor. He's not that valuable. And I need us to stop. I need us to stop because no mother could call herself a mother without a father. No mother could call herself a mother without a fucking father. I don't care how the story went. I don't care how the story went. The story could have been brutal. The story could have been devastated. The story could have been something super fucked up. But there is no mother without the father. Period. So today on this Father's Day, I truly honor every father on this planet. I honor you today. Whether you've been given the opportunity of fatherhood to express it, even the ones who's fucked up as big as messing up could be, I still honor you today because I know that there is something in you that if that energy of being a father was honored and honored as magnificently as mothers were honored, the confusion for men wouldn't be so high. So I just say to all the fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. To all the women claiming yourselves and slapping high fives and wishing yourselves happy Father's Day today, you fucking disgust me. You poor decision maker. You were a poor decision maker and you don't get to take away that man. You should have chose better. But you don't get to break that man down. If that father ain't shit, let that kid figure it out itself. Let that child figure it out itself. Because that man might not be shit to you and be something to that child. Or that man might be amazing to you and fucked up to that child. It's your decisions, ladies. We are the decision makers on the men that we lay with. Unless you have been violently raped and anything dealing with rape is violence. Anything dealing with that rap is violence. So if you are not dealing with that level, you chose this motherfucker. You chose that man. And you do not get to break him down for your poor decision making. You don't get to break him down and take away his fatherhood and take away his right as a man and take away who he is supposed to get. Do you know how many men are being robbed of their fatherhood right now because you ain't with that woman no more? So, ladies, I want y'all to get off these men's back. I really do. And even though it was scary, it was scary for me. It was terrifying for me. It was terrifying for me when I went to let my daughter live with her father. It was terrifying. Because I knew he had healing to do. I knew that he had some brokenness in there. I knew that he always didn't talk right. He didn't always move right. Neither did I. I knew that we were two fucking broken people that drew each other. Two abused, sexually, mentally, physically fucked up people. We are. I can admit that. And we drew each other like moths to a fucking flame. We had this beautiful child, and I'm supposed to rob him. I'm not any better than him. And you guys are robbing that child of an experience because that child needs to know who they are. They need to know that. And let them make a decision. Let them make the decision. You think kids aren't weak? Kids aren't stupid. Kids know. If you're a good person, kids know. If you're not a good person, kids know. Straight up and down. And you may not love that Negro no more. You may not love that man no more. You might fucking hate him. But that does not mean that it's that child's responsibility to hate him too just because you hate him. And then you want to be mad at the kid because the kid wants to have a connection with their father. That's not fair. So as much as I was scared and worried and I don't know when what ifs where he was concerned, I still had to let her have that journey because God gave her the journey with me. I wasn't no fucking easy piece of cheese. If God made her have to live with me for as many years as she did, at least by the time she went to go live with him, she could bathe herself, she could feed herself, she already knew how to cook. She was she could already handle herself in certain ways, so there was a level of burden that wasn't going to go there. And I'm glad I did. I'm so grateful today on Father's Day. Because me and my daughter's father, when I tell you, we haven't spoken in years. Years. For the last, I'd say 10 years, me and him have not spoken. Not a fucking word. Not a word, huh? We will be at all of her events together, but we will not say a word to each other. We would be but we will not say a word to each other. He would pay for my dinner and still not speak to me. And I will eat that dinner and not say a fucking word to him. So I'm telling you, I know that there's toxic relationships. I know that there's abusive relationships. I know that there's some fucked up relationships. I know. I've experienced a lot in my time. But don't make that kid pay for your adult decisions. Don't make that kid suffer for your adult decisions. Because I could have, because of what I experienced, say, hell no, never, ever, ever. But you know what? Do you know that my daughter going to live with her dad actually saved that Negro's life? It helped him to have to grow up. It helped him to have to become accountable and responsible. And it was only so much of his anger that he could take out with her. It's only so much of his frustration he could take out. It was only so much. And it helped him to grow. And now I watch this young man that I met that was so confused, so angry, so bitter, so full of pain. And I watch him smile. I watch him smile with an honor. Our daughter just graduated. She just graduated university, her program. And when I tell you, the proudness I saw on that man's fucking face, and the proudness that I know I felt in my heart, for the first time in 10 years, I looked at that man, I stuck my fucking hand out, and I said, congratulations, brother. Congratulations to you. And he said, yo, congratulations to you too. Because no matter what the fuck we've been through, because trust and believe, there's many a times where, ooh, he could have been on the front of my car. He could have been on that front end of my car many times. There was levels of toxicity. He used to call me the thing. He's like, oh, you're going to go spend time with that thing again? Oh, yeah, my daughter went through it. My daughter went through it. She went through our toxicity. She went through our back and forth. She went through it. But the one thing I would never do is take that experience away. Because that helped me and him to grow. And I listened to my kid. And I thank God that I did. Otherwise, I wouldn't have grew. Because now, when I look, because remember, she's half. Your children are half that father. So if you hate that man, there's a half of your child that you are showing hate to and you don't even realize. And I want you to know, you may not realize it, but the kid is picking that shit up strong. 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 The father of a righteous child has great joy. Look, these kids don't come here so that we can use them as weapons and tools against each other. These children come here to show us our truth, to show us what we need to heal, to show us what we need to grow. They come here to teach us. And I'm grateful that I let my daughter lead the championship on her parents, because she knew if she did not come to us, we would both have fucked this shit up. If our daughter did not come to us, me and that man would have been two of the most destructive people this planet ever saw. With our anger, I would I would tear your ass up fast back in the day. Now I just give you that look. Now I just give a look. I don't even know what the look is. I can't do it just like that. Like, I got to be in the position to give you that look. But there's a look that makes people very uncomfortable. But before you might wear some hands. before you definitely gonna get some you definitely gonna get some words that you did not expect to hear. In my anger, I watched that man in his anger and in his pain, and I watched our daughter. I watched our daughter help us and save our lives. My daughter told me, there's only one thing, Mommy, that you have to promise me. And you have to promise me this. And I was like, I don't make promises that I cannot keep. And she said, well, you have to promise me that you will not try to kill yourself again. I just need you to promise me that you won't kill yourself. You can go any other way, but you're not going by your own hand, woman. You can't do it yourself. She was only maybe about 11 years old at the time, begging me to not make sure, Mommy. Make sure. And with her dad, she'd been working on that Negro. And now when I look and I see that he's grown. I see that he's transitioning. There's a healing that's coming. And I'm grateful that he has that healing. So when it comes down to women wishing themselves Happy Father's Day, I remember the first year, maybe the second year, I had a girlfriend of mine, and she was like, Happy Father's Day, because you're doing it on your own, and because we went through some stuff. And, when I said it, I was like, yeah, Happy Father's Day to me. And that shit rocked in my spirit so ugly that I could never do it again. Because just because I may have made a bad decision on the man that I chose to lay down with and have a baby with, does not mean that negates who he is as a father. That doesn't negate who he is as a man. And I think that's unfair when women do that. You just made a poor decision, honey. Because without that dick and that sperm and that man, one way or another, whether you got it in a test tube, a turkey baker, one of the turkey basters, whether you trapped him, if it ain't coming out of a man, your egg ain't gonna be fertilized, honey. You need them little swimmers to fertilize your egg. So if you have a child right now, there's a father. And honor that man. Because like I said, unless you were raped and were forced, unless that was your circumstance, there was still a choice. Whether that relationship turned out good, bad, or ugly, there was still a choice. You had to walk away. With rape, you didn't really have much of a choice. You were taken advantage of. And so that pain is not something that I can tell you how to maneuver. I can't dictate to you how to maneuver that pain. I can't dictate that to you. Because there's a few children running around here that is products of rape. A friend of mine's, my mom's friend, her first daughter was a product of rape. Beautiful young lady. Beautiful person. But how she got here was not nice. And yet, wonderful young lady. So it was like she took the best out of all that darkness. She took the best out of all that darkness. But boy, that little girl suffered. And that's the only way I say you didn't choose that man. But otherwise, you chose him. And if you don't like the decision that you made, that doesn't negate the fact that he is a father. And so, me and my daughter's father don't speak. But at the same time, every Father's Day, I may not physically tell him, but spiritually I tell him Happy Father's Day. Rich rising, baby. Spiritually I tell him Happy Father's Day. And I tell my daughter, I wish your father a Happy Father's Day. And I pray that. And if she needs something to celebrate him, even in my fucking bitterness, even in my fuck that dude, I would still help her. I would still help her make sure that she honored him anyway. Because no matter what, he still is half the deal. No matter what, without him, I couldn't be called mother. And I need us to celebrate fathers today. Have some respect, because none of us would be here without them. I don't care if you hate them. I don't care if they ain't shit. I don't care if they're not bossed up. I don't give a fuck what you think your daddy is today. You wouldn't be here without him. So today I want us all just honoring the father today. Just honor the father. For the women who feel bitter or feel angry, just honor that man. Because at one point in time, even if it was for one moment, you did like him. I won't say you loved him, but at least for one moment you liked him. And you liked him enough to give him the greatest gift that you could ever give anyone, which is a whole fucking person. You, a diamond, a car, a house. Nothing is more valuable than giving you a whole human being. So ladies, don't be mad. Today, let's honor these men. Whether you like their decisions or you don't, whether you guys get along or you don't, whether you speak or you don't, today, honor the father. Honor that father today, because guess what? At the end of the day, this is his day, and he deserves it. Because on Mother's Day, there's a lot of y'all that don't get flowers. There's a lot of kids that are angry at their mothers. And so in order to break this cycle, let's start to break it within each other. Mother, father, take the anger off. Take the anger off and stop using that child as a pawn. And honor them and love them and cherish them. Because they deserve the love, the respect. They deserve it. And I realize the reason why people struggle with their spiritual father is because they are struggling with their physical father. And that cycle right there. Now it becomes a cycle. You're angry at your spiritual father because of your physical father. And because of your physical father, you're angry at your spiritual father. You see how that cycle just makes a toxic damn mess? That cycle makes a very toxic mess, y'all. So I want you guys shifting and transitioning into something different. I want you guys transitioning and shifting into something deeper. And today, the way you're going to do that is you're going to honor your father. And if you have any hate, disdain, discord, anger, fucking resentment, if you have anything negative towards your father today, I want you guys taking an opportunity to just let it go. Even if it's for one moment. Even if it's for one moment. Let it go. And just say thank you for my father. That's all I want y'all doing today. Thank you for my father. 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 That's going to help you on a spiritual level and a physical level. That's going to help you in every realm. And I mean, here's a fucked up thing. Because it's Father's Day, a lot of fathers ain't going to get this day. A lot of fathers get the shitty end of the stick. So I want to say to all of you guys, have a good day. Know that somebody sees you. Somebody hears you. And somebody honors you. As I honor my Father in heaven, as I honor both my fathers in heaven, I honor yours today. I honor every single man who has aided on this planet in bringing life here. I thank God for you. Even though I may not like some of your children. I may not like all that you've helped to create. But I thank every single father for the life, for the building, for the healing, for those who want to, for those who want to and can't, for those who need to. I'm grateful to all of you. Because is there some shitty fathers running around? Fuck yes, there's some shitty fathers running around. But there's still a father. And when you go back, and trust and believe, when you go back and you look at why your parents are fucked up, go look at how they grew up. And then go look at how their parents grew up. And the further back you go, is the more you'll realize why you dealt with the parent that you have right now, good, bad, or ugly. So take the crap off of dads today and just fucking honor them. Don't just buy them a cheap pair of socks. Go and they like flowers too. Go and love on your father. I wish I had the opportunity to love on my father right now. So I love him in the earthly realm. I love him and I honor him in the earthly realm. By just saying, Happy Father's Day, Dad. Happy Father's Day, and I love you. I love him. And I'm grateful that I had the time that I had with him, even though I was angry, bitter, and a fucked up daughter for a few years. And I had to take off a lot. And I want you guys to start to work on that. Because what I learned as I was rejecting my father, I was rejecting a whole half of myself that I needed to discover, that I needed to understand. Thank you, Rustic Wings. I needed to understand. Like, I love playing cards. Why did I love playing cards? Nobody else around me was obsessed with playing cards, but I was. And that's because my dad was a master card player. That man could play almost any card game. And I used to be obsessed with playing cards. And then one day, my mama came and she looked at me and she was like, you know what? She's like, I remember your father used to be into cards too, you know. That man could play any card game. And so I say that to say that, you know, you have your daddy's traits. You have your mama's traits. They're good, they're bad, and they're ugly of them. And all you need to do today, let's just give some respect to the father, please. Listen to your father who gave you life. And do not despise your mother when she is old. Buy the truth and do not sell it. Wisdom, instruction, and insight as well. The father of a righteous child has great joy. A man who fathers a wise son rejoices in him. May your father and mother rejoice. May she who gave birth to you be joyful. I miss my daddy too. I miss my father. And so I'm coming back and I'm going to do some readings today, connecting to those dads. Because there's a lot of us that want to talk to our daddies. You know what? Funny enough, the daddy's girls feel this day. The daddy's girls feel the pain of this day. So yeah, I'm going to come back and we're going to do some readings with them. And we're going to talk to some dads. We're going to talk to some daddies and we're going to get that connection going. Because there's some fathers that's showing up, honey. And they are ready and waiting and can't. They ready to go. So I will be doing that like within the next like fucking few minutes. Like as I close this one, I'm going to reopen it and start the readings with the dads. So don't go too far. Okay? Don't go too far. Don't go too far. And it's just mediumship that I'm going to be doing today. So, guys, I want to just honor the father again. Play this song for my daddies. Replay. Song for the dads. Thank you, fathers. Thank you, fathers. Thank you all. Thank you, fathers, because you guys are wonderful. And without you, we would not be here.
Thank you, Lord, for the gift you gave. A gentle hand, so strong and brave. Through sleepless
Love you all,
nights
fathers.
and
Thank you,
working
guys.
days, you showed me love in quiet ways. Not seeking praise, you stood so tall.
Ooh.
You gave your life to give your all. A father like you, Lord, how could I ask for more?
Couldn't ask for more, my daddy.
Our burdens, though
Your dads carry burdens you guys don't even know they carry.
With every small kindness,
they love you guys even more than you know. Just because they're not with you don't mean that they don't love you, y'all. Thank you, God.
For a father like you.
I'm grateful for the journey that I've been through.
You taught me faith without a word. By how you lived, your voice was heard. You gave without asking, you prayed through the pain. Trusting your grace again and again. Your joy was seeing us rise. You held our tears, wiped our cries. A father like you, Lord, how could I ask for more?
Ooh.
You carried our burdens.
Yes.
Lord,
how could I have asked for more?
With every small kindness in all you'd been through.
We don't know what our daddy's been through. I thank God
for a father
like you.
Someday I hope my life will show the love you gave, the seeds you sowed. And if I'm strong, it's thanks to you, a mirror of your love within. A father like you, Lord, a gift from above. A heart full of patience, a life full of love. No crown, no riches, but faithful and true. Thank you, dear God, for a father like you.
Thank you, God.
Yes, thank you, dear
Thank you, God, for all the fathers. Thank you, fathers.
For a father like you.
Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Dad, to my spiritual father, the creator of all things, the omnipresent being that is with us in every moment. To our earthly fathers, to every single one of you, no matter what your struggle has been, no matter what adversities has hit you, no matter what life has tossed your way, I just want to let you know we appreciate you, because without you, there would be no us. And so I honor you today. I pray for you. I pray for your happiness. I pray for your peace. For all those fathers who long for their children today, keep sending that vibration. Keep sending that love. Those kids feel it. To those of you who are missing your fathers today, they love you. And that connection will never be lost. Because a daddy's girl is forever. Just like a mama's boy stuck in the hip. So I love you guys. And I appreciate you for being here so that we can honor our daddies today, honor our father, our I am, and honor everything that he created that helped create us. Thank you. Thank you to the dads. You're the bomb.coms. I know you guys might go through a lot, but somebody sees you. Take care, y'all. I'm going to come back, do some readings for them daddies, and let's get it for another Sunday. Thank you.